Have you ever stopped to wonder what's really pulling the strings behind your daily decisions? Why you might grab a healthy snack one minute and then, without even thinking about it, find yourself cleaning the entire kitchen? Well, today, we're going to dive deep into the science of why we do what we do. We're going to uncover the two very different paths our brains take to get things done.
No, really, just take a second. This morning, brushing your teeth, making coffee, grabbing your keys, did you actively decide to do each one of those things? Or did they just sort of happen on their own? This is the big question we're looking at today. How much of your life is driven by a deliberate plan, and how much is just run by a hidden, invisible autopilot?
To get our heads around this, psychologists have figured out that our brain basically has two different operating systems for taking action. The easiest way to think about them is as the planner, that's kind of like your brain's conscious CEO, and the autopilot, the silent co-pilot that just handles all the routine stuff in the background.
And these two systems couldn't be more different. Your planner is deliberate, it's conscious, and frankly, it's kind of slow. It's the part you use when you're solving a tricky math problem or planning out a big trip. The autopilot, on the other hand, it's spontaneous, it's non-conscious, super fast, and totally effortless. It's what moves your hand to flip on a light switch when you walk into a dark room. Our daily lives are just this constant dance between these two systems.
Okay, so let's dig into path one first, the planner. This is that logical, step-by-step path we think we use for all our important decisions. And it's all powered by conscious intention.
The big theory behind this planner system is called the reasoned action approach. And the core idea is actually super simple and intuitive. If you want to know what someone's going to do, the best place to look is at what they intend to do. Makes sense, right? But what actually creates that intention? Well, the first ingredient is your attitude. This is just your personal take on the action. Do you believe that going for a run is a good thing for your health? But also, do you actually enjoy it, or is it, a total drag? Your gut-level answers to those questions directly shape whether you intend to lace up your shoes. Next up, the second ingredient is what's called subjective norms. Look, we're social animals, right? So what we think other people expect from us is a huge motivator. If your friends, your family, your boss, if they all think you should go for that promotion, you're way more likely to form the intention to actually do it. It's all about that social pressure we feel.
And the final piece of the puzzle is perceived behavioral control. In plain English, this is your self-confidence. Do you believe you've got the skills, the resources, the sheer ability to actually get it done? You could want to run a marathon, but if deep down you don't believe you can do it, you're never gonna form a strong intention to even start training. And here you can see how it all clicks into place. On the left, you've got our attitudes, those subjective norms, and that feeling of control. You can see how they all flow together and feed into creating our behavioral intention, right there in the middle. And according to this whole model, once that intention is solid, it paves a clear, logical road straight to the final behavior. It's a very neat and tidy process. But that's only half the story. Now we get to path two, the autopilot. And this is where things get really fascinating, because this path works without any of that conscious, deliberate planning we just talked about. This is the hidden force behind our habits, our gut reactions, and, believe it or not, a lot of the things we buy.
The key idea to unlock this path is something called attitude accessibility. So while the planner cares about what your attitude is, the autopilot only cares about one thing: how fast that attitude pops into your head. So if you have a really strong, super accessible, positive feeling about pizza, the second you see a slice, that I want it feeling is triggered instantly. And this is the autopilot in action. According to Fazio's model, a highly accessible attitude just gets switched on automatically. It acts like a filter on reality, shaping what you notice and guiding what you do before your conscious planner brain even has a chance to say, wait a minute. You see the pizza, you feel good, and you're reaching for it, all in one smooth, automatic move.
And get this, it's not just simple feelings. Entire goals can be put on autopilot. It's called automatic goal pursuit. It means that just seeing a briefcase can non-consciously activate a goal to be more competitive. Seeing an ad for a fancy watch can trigger a goal to be more prestigious. Oh yeah, marketers absolutely love this stuff. They design entire stores and websites to prime these automatic goals, guiding your behavior while your conscious mind is busy thinking about something else entirely. So, we have these two incredibly powerful systems running at the same time: the thoughtful, careful planner and the lightning-fast autopilot.
And this leads to the really big question: how on earth does your brain decide which one gets to take the wheel?
Yeah, which one is it? The reasoned path or the automatic one? The truth is, it's not that one is better than the other. It's that our brain is just incredibly efficient at picking the right tool for the right job at the right time. And it all boils down to two surprisingly simple factors that decide whether you're going to think hard or just go with your gut. It's all explained by something called the MODE model. First, your brain asks, motivation. How important is this decision to me, really? And second, opportunity. Do I actually have the time and the mental energy to think this through right now? If the answer to both of those is a big yes, like when you're buying a house, the planner takes over. But if the answer to either one is no, like when you're grabbing a soda at the store, your brain defaults to the fast and easy autopilot.
Okay, so now we get how we decide to act, either with a lot of thought or with none at all. But there's one last crucial step. It's one thing to have an intention or a goal, but it's a completely different thing to actually do it. So how do we cross that infamous gap between wanting to do something and getting it done?
The secret, it turns out, is creating action plans. These are really simple but powerful plans that spell out the when, where, and how of a behavior. So instead of just vaguely intending to eat healthier, you make a specific plan. When it's lunchtime tomorrow, I will go to the kitchen and make a salad. This basically preloads the decision for your autopilot, creating a powerful trigger that makes you way more likely to actually follow through. It's really the secret sauce for building good habits. So, when you pull it all together, we've got this conscious planner that can set big goals, but we've also got this incredibly powerful autopilot that's running most of the day-to-day show. Which leaves us with one last big thought to chew on. If your autopilot is flying the plane so much of the time, who or what is programming its destination?